Basement Bookers Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Basement Bookers Podcast. It's your boy, Basement Jer, and the most richest, ballest man. Was he dreaming me, or was I dreaming him? Can he hear my thoughts about bald? Rich the Riz. Welcome to the show, Rich the Riz. Welcome to the Basement Bookers Podcast.
Thank you, bro. You feeling okay today? You looking a little pale.
You're probably wondering, but this is a noir. This is noir style. So I live in a world of black and white. Actually, I think technically that's a color there. It's not as quite. It looks like it's a color. It looks like a color is trying to force its way into my noir world. If you look at the microphone,
Little bit. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, that's kind
it
of
makes
cool.
it's kind of interesting, right? It's like in one of those movies where everything is black and white and there's just color somewhere. You know,
Yeah,
maybe
just
it's supposed to mean something. All the color in my universe is in this microphone currently. Is that what's happening right now? Is this
yeah,
YouTube?
like Jessica Alba's lipstick.
Just like Jessica Alba's lipstick in the film Sin City. Now, Rich Torres, this isn't this podcast is not dedicated to noir films and you know L.A. Noir, good game.
Yeah. Oh,
Press X to doubt. You know they understand it. You don't understand. You're not a gamer like me, Rich Torres. You're not a
I'm
gamer
not.
like me.
I'm not.
But yep, of course. So certainly tonight, today, tomorrow, this episode will be about. I'm about to start talking some crazy shit. Monday Night Raw, I guess, and we didn't even mention Kiana James. We didn't talk about her. Elimination Chamber speculation and Kiana James ruined my predictions. Well, certainly whatever comes up here, certainly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Definitely Elimination Chamber speculation. Results of the qualifiers coming from Raw and from SmackDown last week. I don't remember when we recorded last week. And we can get a look at what the chamber matches are shaping up to be.
Why don't we get started?
Yeah.
Why
All
don't
right.
we get started?
Okay. On Raw.
Yes, certainly. Why not? Why not get started
Yeah.
right now? Right here.
So Raw's first Elimination Chamber qualifier this week was for the women's chamber match. We had Asuka versus Bailey versus Natty. Of course, this is the
Well,
new legend. What do you call it? Low-key legend Natty.
yeah. I mean, doesn't make much of a difference. She was kept out of the match for the most part. Asuka wins the match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bailey tapped, which is unfortunate, but she's probably gonna have her own thing happening at Mania.
You know, I'm gonna call it right now. Bailey will not have a match at WrestleMania this year, which is sad. But
That is sad.
I'm not the one who makes the matches. I don't deal with that kind of thing. I'm just a guy who watches the shit with you guys for a long time, really. But I think that you need to get past that. You're not gonna. There's no Bailey, you know. And that's a real shame, you know, unless there's like some multi women's tag team match where somehow the Bella twins walk out with the tag team titles. Now, that's under the assumption that we don't even know who the tag team champions are going to be. We don't even know if there's going to be an Alexa and Charlotte after Elimination Chamber because I think Charlotte's going to get in. And you know it's Rio. They're the tag team champions, but they're also in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So there's just too many moving pieces, and how I see the chamber is, I think Charlotte's going to be in it.
That's what I'm thinking also. Her opponents on SmackDown this coming week are going to be Kiana James and Nia Jax. It's actually tomorrow.
The fact that there's not going to be a Nia Jax at the Elimination Chamber, if this goes the right way. I mean, but of course, Lash Legend could just cost Charlotte the match, and Nia gets in because you need some like a monster, and she would be the only monster in the match.
Yeah, but I think you're right that it makes sense for the Alexa Charlotte storyline for Charlotte to make it into the chamber, and then they get into it in there, and that's what starts or is their split.
True. Splits right down the middle. Right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
But
So that was the women's qualifier this week. The men's qualifier this week, we had scrolling. That was Dominic Mysterio versus Javon Evans versus Gunter. And of course, we saw Javon Evans get the win there. Kind of crazy.
well, you got to pay the piper. Dragon Lee didn't like what happened to him. He didn't like that. I mean, Gunter literally bitched him out on
Yep.
television in front of everybody, in front of his family.
Mhm.
Like he might as well have had carnal relations with the wife of Dragon Lee in front of Dragon Lee in his hotel room that he paid for, and
Damn.
he's got to sit in that weird chair in the chair, right? And
I know.
just watch.
I've seen the
He's
chair.
just gotta watch. Like that's the only way to top what happened to him on Monday. So somehow all roads lead to Gunter retiring Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania in my fantasy dream mind. It's like just to even screw with Dragon Lee more,
Mhm.
retire his hero, Rey Mysterio, before Dragon Lee can turn on his hero, Rey Mysterio. And that could just send ripples, shockwaves even, throughout the universe, I think. So,
I'd be okay
and
with that.
I couldn't believe it, Rich Torrizzo. We couldn't believe how creative Raw is. After the unpredictable banger that was Rhea Ripley somehow managing to beat the two smallest women on Monday Night Raw to advance to the Elimination Chamber, they topped it
Mhm.
by El Grande Americano having to earn an Intercontinental title shot against a mystery opponent. And foolishly, not me, by the way, I was
Mhm.
like, oh, so he's going to wrestle Penta. Some were like, oh, I wonder who it could be.
Mhm.
And lo and behold, it's
Mhm.
Penta.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. You called it on the spot. You called it.
I, it's not to brag or anything. It's like, guys, please just help me out here. We when we watched Raw, we didn't we thought it was fine, but then it's like you get to sit on it. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? I don't know if you know this, but technically it's WrestleMania season, right? Because after the Rumble,
Mhm.
it's all speed ahead to WrestleMania. It just doesn't really feel like that. It doesn't. Now they're relying on the mystery box. So the first mystery box is the Hooded Man. It's
Mhm.
not enough that the Hooded Man mystery exists. Now they've added a literal mystery crate
What's in the
with the
box?
date for the Elimination Chamber.
But
We
Pierce sent it to
gotta,
SmackDown.
yeah, because it has to be on SmackDown, so they can be like, look at this crate. You're gonna want to tune into the Chamber, just in case you didn't watch Raw on Netflix, and we really can't blame you if you didn't, because no Roman Reigns to build the feud. Instead, it's Finn Balor, who will never beat CM Punk for anything, going after him at Elimination Chamber as filler. I really hope we get that Finn Balor Fortnite skin. I don't think I don't think I'm off base here, and of course you can all just laugh at the budget here, There's no color this episode, but you know what? Joke's on you when the color comes back. Joke's on you.
Yeah, when
And
that color comes
that's
back,
not
watch
this
out.
week. Watch out. Watch out as I go from a man of no color to some. All right. Now,
So, like I'd
yes.
be okay. I would certainly be okay with Finn Balor versus champ CM Punk anytime for the title. With the pending implosion of at least Finn's membership of the Judgment Day. With that looming, right? And with us being on the road to WrestleMania, that we already know we're going to have, what is it? Punk versus Roman, right? Or, sorry, the champ versus Roman Reigns, whether it be CM Punk or Finn Balor. If we take the idea of Punk versus Balor for a world title, fantastic, great match. I would love to see it. But under these conditions, there is just no way Finn Balor is going to win. And it's filler for a title match at Elimination Chamber. And I don't like that. I don't like that they're kind of giving a throwaway match. I don't know if Dom or McDonough are going to cost Finn the match. I don't know if there's going to be some other sort of shenanigans happening, but
What would The Rock say about all this, you think?
I want Punk versus Finn under better circumstances, storyline-wise. I would much rather this match be unpredictable. But Finn is just not walking out of Chicago with the title. And it's a Punk's hometown too, so there's no way.
They're in a no-win situation here because the only way to do this would have been not to have Roman call his shot against Punk, I think. I think it should have been done after this. Because now it's like, hold on a second. How am I supposed to feel as a fan if you're like, all right, WrestleMania, guess what? Main event. We're going to give you CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. And most people, it's like, holy shit. You're going to give us Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at WrestleMania? And then a week later, they're like, but if Finn Balor beat CM Punk, we might have Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns.
And that's just not as much of a draw.
The silence were the crickets. Because then it's like, what are you doing here? You want people to cheer for Balor or not? Because they're not. I don't know. Can two things be true at the same time? Maybe I'm being a little bit too rigid. Maybe this is one of those things that the live audience knows that I don't. That maybe they will put the belt on Finn Balor for Finn Balor, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Because, yeah, whoa, yeah, okay. Yeah, no. It's just, it's not gonna happen, dude. Which is why it's like being the president and you don't have the House and you don't have the Senate. Just why show up to work at all? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So you're not getting shit done, Bell.
Yeah, just
Sorry
kiss
to
hands
say.
and shake babies and
I don't think you
on to the
want
next day.
you don't want you got to change it. You don't
Well,
shake
yeah.
you don't shake
I
babies. You don't do that.
Oh, right.
All right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's bad. Shaking babies
Yeah,
is bad.
usually.
Unless the baby is over the age of 12, in that case you go ahead,
Then you
shake
gotta
responsibly.
then you gotta pick them up and
Um
shake them every now and then. But so
yeah,
like
some yeah.
I mentioned something in passing, and let's maybe get a look at this. This is where historically I might have, like worked myself into a shoot, right? Or started overbooking, but WrestleMania tickets, they're not really selling. They're discounted. I said to you in message, I don't ever recall, or maybe this week during Raw. I don't remember, but
It was during the Raw live stream. It wasn't in no Messenger because
there
I
we go.
brought up the ticket prices going up
Yeah,
over the
I don't.
few
I don't
years.
ever recall there being a discount offered on WrestleMania tickets.
I don't know.
It's not, at least not in this arena era, right? Because now they're always booking arenas for WrestleMania. Now it's a 2 night thing. You regularly have a lot of that audience flying in from all over the world. They're booking hotels, they're booking Mania, they're getting box seats and this and that, and it's a whole thing. There's the WrestleMania experience all week. They take over the city wherever they are. This is Vegas again this year, which is a draw in and of itself. And they're not sold out yet. And it's not like
Well, yeah.
newly released seats. Like no, the seats are just not sold out yet, which is kind of crazy.
They also banned watch parties like at bars and shit. So,
Right.
and that's another thing that got people to go there, but it's like, all right, well, I guess I don't want to travel. No, people sometimes it's not just for WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Like they'll go to the cons and stuff like that and go to watch parties that are
Hmm.
near the area because it's not as expensive. But
Yeah, WrestleMania tickets are nuts, but if you can get yourself a good, comfortable seat in a bar or whatever that is showing WrestleMania, bunch of your buddies, it's packed house, and you're going to cons all day, every day. Going to, if AEW is running a thing, if other little indie promotions are having something in the area. But to ban watch parties, like I get that, But by the way, so in the day, I don't know what it's like now, but in the days of pay-per-view on cable, you know, you and I were paying like $50 per pay-per-view, right?
okay.
A bar or a restaurant that wants to show that same pay-per-view, it's $600 because the presumption is you are making more money during this event by showing this event. So the cable company, right off the bat, you're a bar, you want this pay-per-view, $600.
Well, that's why you got to have specials. You got to make sure people, you make more than you spend.
Right.
So for
Which is
some
why,
bars, $600 is not a lot of money.
right. But like I've gone to bars that'll have UFC and they're charging 10 bucks at the door, 15 bucks at the door, sometimes 20 bucks at the door, depending on how big of an event it is. And it'll be a packed house, standing room only. So yes, the bar will make that money. But the point I'm getting at is I don't know if there is a means for them to do something similar with Netflix or Peacock. I think that's where the PLEs are now.
All right. So again, because it's apparently it's for you and the old people now.
I am old.
The only thing on Peacock
Hmm.
is Saturday night's main event.
Okay.
PLEs in the States is ESPN.
ESPN Plus. That's the one.
Yes, internationally, it's Netflix. Does
There you go.
that help you? Like, they need to give me a fucking
Maybe.
job, man. Like,
They need to listen. If they sponsor us, I promise I'll remember it.
they shouldn't have to pay you to remember little things that
Well, it's not that I'd
everyone
remember it.
fucking knows.
I'd have it posted over here. I'd have a sign that reminds me of
All right,
who our
listen, no
sponsors are and what.
participation trophies here, buddy. All right,
So basically, what I'm getting at is, are they going to do something out of the box between now and Mania to make the Mania main events more interesting?
outside of conjugal visits, I don't know how they can. It's like they're trying to do anything and everything they can
Hmm.
to just rob people. You know what I mean? Like, you're pricing out families. You care more about celebrity endorsements and things like that than fans.
Hmm.
You, your top stars go out there, and because they get criticized, the person that's doing it has a mental illness. It's really weird. It's cringe like behavior also sometimes, And you got guys like Jay Uso, who I'm not gonna say anything mean about because the internet hurts his feelings. It hits him in his feelies. It's like you're supposed to be this big tough guy,
Hmm.
whooping ass or whatever, but like a keyboard warrior hurts your feelings because he doesn't like that he's got to sit there and watch you flail your arms around, or he's just like wants to watch other people flail their arms around with an equal amount of time for them to express themselves. And it's like, look, I get it. You're over. This is over, and the shirts and whatever. It's like, well, what about somebody else who wants to sell shirts? What about somebody else who wants to get over? Maybe you know what I'm saying to me. That I just think that for a song. It's like, just imagine. Why don't you go back? Why don't you remember? Because I remember. I remember when your matches got cut from shows for
Hmm.
time, from a WrestleMania for time, right?
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, I'm doing a job. They want me to do this. It's like, but you can't say, hey, you don't think maybe we shouldn't spend too much time doing this, or maybe like how they've been doing it lately, it's during commercials. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, it's all good for. It sucks when people take time away from you when you're
Hmm.
coming up, but other people are coming up. But I don't know. I don't know. It's not being addressed to me that that it bothers you.
Hmm.
You don't have to answer me. I'm just some mentally ill guy with a podcast or on a YouTube channel or whatever. It's fine, I guess, Jay. You know what I mean? It's like, dude,
Hmm.
I used to be on your team, and then you just start with this nonsense, dude.
It also,
Anyway,
I feel like the regime change also changed that a little bit. I think they're a little less strict with the time and such, and also being on the streaming platforms now rather than your network or cable TV, where it's you start at 8 and you end at 10 or 11, depending on what the show is. That there is more flexibility. So
you know why
it's
they could?
mhm.
Yeah, sorry, you're
No,
right. You know
it's just
why?
changing with the times. Hmm.
You know why they can do that on Netflix? Because you can't change the channel. You
Yeah.
can't change the channel. You can just shut it off, I guess. But like they don't risk people like, all right, he's doing this. I'm gonna go flip the channel to Nitro
Yeah.
and see what they're doing while they're wasting time with this yeeting. It's
Hmm.
like, oh, watching Jay Yeet. Oh, I'm watching Wolfpack and black and white, do something or whatever.
Hmm.
You have fun with that. But thankfully, they don't have any real competition.
Hmm. And that's what's really missing right now. Good competition for WWE because AEW is not quite it.
I wish WCW and WWE was still fighting with each other
Yeah.
because we'd have such great shit.
Hmm.
Because when there's competition, you're working real hard. You are fighting for your share of the marketplace.
Hmm.
Now it's like these guys, they're all like $1 million. They show off all the time. $1 million this, the highest gates this, and this and that, and this and this and this and that. And whoop did they
Yeah.
do? We're the best. And
And that's
and
all
and
based off higher ticket prices. It's not that
yeah,
more people are going. You're getting the highest gates in the same arenas because you're charging more for tickets. The cheapest tickets went from being $20, $25 to 50, 60, $70 for freaking nosebleeds at the Garden or
we're,
Barclays.
look, there's a
Oh,
lot I like, but I don't think for the amount of money they're charging is fair. They've lost touch, and I think they should pay for it. Honestly, I think your ticket sales should suffer. People are going to be like on with it. It's like I think eventually people are like, I got to pay how much, and I'm getting this much.
mm-hmm,
No, more people. I know people personally that have gone to every WrestleMania
mm-hmm.
up until they started this price hiking, and they're like, I can't afford it. It's too expensive.
Yeah. And it's not like they were getting like the ball of seats like a green shirt guy. They were up in the stands, but having a great time, and spending the whole week at the in the city.
Yeah,
So
regular
like,
folk.
hmm like I would like to go to a show, but I can't justify spending that much on a ticket for even a Raw or a SmackDown. There's uh there's an NXT coming up at I think it's the Garden. I don't feel like going. When we were going back in we TLC, the first event at Barclays Center. What do we pay? Like $125 for those tickets? And those
You
were good
know,
seats.
yeah.
Like I don't it wasn't astronomical. It wasn't anything crazy. We were a section up. But like we were and like yeah, we were near the curtain, but they were good seats. And now it's crazy now.
Well, Rich, you've taken us somewhere strange, and here
Sorry.
we are. It's all right.
Sorry.
Well, that's what this episode was really about, actually. This episode was about money and how uh, it gets taken away from you.
Old
Um,
man yelling at cloud.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone will disagree and they'll say in the comments, but I just think that there just needs to be real competition, and I mean real, like real competition. Don't come, like, yeah. What about AEW? Well, is it? Is it though?
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's the case, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I can't stop helping. I just didn't know what to say after that. So that's like, if
Because
that's the if that usually what you say, if that's the case, somebody comes along and they help you out, and they
yeah,
just like,
sorry.
and then it's
The
like
thing
that.
is, it's not the
If,
case because they tried going head to head AEW and NXT, and that shows you what WWE thought of AEW. And you know what? They were right. More fans were invested in NXT than AEW. More fans watch NXT than AEW, and NXT is Tuesdays and AEW is Wednesdays now. Dynamite. It's not the same. Like the Monday Night Wars were peak. Period.
That's right, Rich Torres. What do you think about Craig Liv Morgan's?
That was an interesting turn. I gotta say, I don't know if I love it, but what I appreciate is that they're trying something and that they trusted in her acting skills to try that. As far as do I like the direction? I need to see more. So far, I like what Stephanie Vaquero was saying. I appreciate that. I appreciate Dom trying to fire back in Spanish and translating for her to live. But I am going to generally reserve judgment on this to see where they're going with it. If it goes somewhere, I'll let you know what I think. If it doesn't go anywhere, it'll just be another thing that they tried and then dropped.
It will certainly be that. But I think it's called character building,
Mm-hmm.
and I think, low hanging fruit, but like, listen, while you were over at Hooters, I was over here trying to do wrestling where there is no wrestling.
Yep.
But
She's pioneering it.
I think we should close with something positive. I think we should close with the best thing in AEW is one person, one woman actually, I think, and she's gonna show us one of her talents, and it's a talent near and dear to my heart. That you guys might not know about. I'm going to share it, and you're going to have to not, because you'll echo, I think, if we, wait, well, I think if I share the tab, let me see something. Clearly, I'm an expert computer man. Okay, also share tab audio. Should work. All right. This is
I knew it.
Harley Cameron, and this is her talent. Hopefully, we won't get in trouble for the music, so I'm just gonna play it. Wait, I'll test if you can hear it first.
It's the most.
Oh,
Yes.
I can't hear it because the sound's not on. Oh, you can hear it?
Yes.
Oh, hold on a second. I gotta make it so I can hear it
Yeah.
because the tab is muted on my side, so I can't hear anything. All right, but it's nice that it works for you and not for me.
Difficult part of the song. Are you ready?
Nope,
What?
I didn't rehearse.
Well, it's okay.
It's too high.
It's too high. I know. We'll slow voices really quick. Oh, it's like a ring, oh, it's like a ring, oh, it's like a ring on the wedding finger, oh, like a big and shiny diamond that I could wave around and talk and talk about it. When the day is so good, you got that I can drown it. Hey, yeah. This guy is testing me, and help me swap back. Baby, where's my husband? What is taking it so long to find you?
She's fucking great.
She is.
She's so talented.
Mm-hmm.
Many talents. Many talents. But yeah, that was incredible. And I love puppetry. So I like that. Like, it's like, oh, it's not perfect, but like it's really hard. To do that, and yeah, I like that she's got like cool shit that she does.
Yeah, plenty of people could try that terribly, but like, and for someone to be good is great. But that was great. Like that
she's
is
the best.
she. I love that she is still doing these other projects, still working on her other talents, because she could use that in wrestling anytime.
That's right. Well, Rich, what an episode. Two guys just complaining. But you
Complaining
know
about
what?
ticket prices.
There were bright sides, you
The
know.
seat prices are too damn high.
These seat prices are too damn high. I don't even know if that's how that guy sounded, but whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, let's I'm gonna run down real quick the upcoming qualifiers. So on Raw, tomorrow on SmackDown, we got Carmelo Hayes versus Damian Priest versus Trick Williams, and then on Raw we have, this is gonna be predictable and I hate it, Bronson Reed versus Jey Uso versus the original El Grande Americano.
I can't wait till Jey Uso yeets his way to a spot in the Elimination Chamber match. And
Yeah.
another masked asshole attacking poor Bronson Reed.
Yeah. And then for the Women's Elimination Chamber tomorrow on SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, Kiana James versus Nia Jax, which we did already mention. And on Monday, the last spot will be filled with Kairi Sane versus Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez.
So Io Sky, maybe Alexa tries to help Raquel and it doesn't work out, and that'll be another little kink in their little show there. I meant to say Charlotte Flair when I said Raquel. So it's either Charlotte because Nia Jax and Lash Legend to try and Alexa helps, or Nia Jax gets in and it looks like Alexa screwed Charlotte out of the chamber, but she didn't. But it's like, can you do that on two different shows? I don't think so. So I think they'll just give it to Charlotte. Give it to Charlotte. But then again, no Nia Jax, you got no like monster in there, but you don't necessarily need a monster, but it doesn't hurt. I would rather see Charlotte Flair in there than Nia Jax, though.
Yeah, same. Although, if not Jey Uso, then Bronson Reed gets in, and he's the monster for the men, and he ends up crashing through a pod at some point.
Did you hear the rumor that Brock Lesnar might take somebody out and take their chamber spot?
I did not.
He could, just to set up the rumored match at WrestleMania, LA Knight. He could take LA Knight's chamber spot from him. Like, just think about it. No member of the Vision gets a spot in the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
So he has Brock kill LA Knight and take his spot. And that would really piss Pierce off, FAFO, as they say.
Yeah.
That what they're doing right now. But of course, I could be overbooking myself here.
Or Brock could take out Javon.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, dude. Do you know how mad Twitter would be? Like, there's going to be a certain vocal portion of the audience that won't be too happy with Brock Lesnar taking out Javon Evans and then taking his spot in the chamber.
So it would be LA Knight then.
Brock Lesnar will never beat those allegations. Well, Triple H will never beat those allegations.
No.
They'll blame him.
And of course, we have for the women's IC title, AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch.
Look, this is obviously not a prediction episode, but AJ Lee should not be able to beat Becky Lynch in her first singles match in God knows how long, 10 years.
At least 10 years.
At least 10 years. So no, I don't think it's a wise move. That being said, Triple H is known for not making wise moves sometimes. Just to be like, oh, really? That's like, okay, well, AJ Lee's your Intercontinental Champion going into WrestleMania. There you go. There's another guaranteed, star for you to hitch your wagon to. Another one from 10 years ago. You know what I mean? So you'll have her, the Bella twins, you know, the Punk Roman, and then it's just how you spread it out. Whatever Solo's doing, whatever the MFTs. I think on Friday there was an NFT slip up. I think Wade Barrett said NFT and then immediately corrected himself to MFTs.
Oh, ha. I don't recall that. I
You don't need to
probably
say your
didn't notice.
catchphrase. It's okay. You don't need to keep
Yeah.
saying your catchphrase. Like you're worse than Jey Uso. Your I don't recall
Yeah.
shirts are just selling like hotcakes.
Are they? I don't even remember making a shirt design, but cool.
Exactly.
All right. So, with all that being said, let us know what you think of the upcoming Elimination Chamber PLE. How's it shaping up? What do you think WrestleMania is going to look like? What's in the box? Let us know. And as always, just got a party message.
I think the box is gonna be Chris Jericho's stupid jacket and the list of Jericho. And then people go, oh, and a really ridiculously expensive Geratron 5000.
That'd be great.
They're all going to be in that crate, and everybody's going to lose their mind. And then there's going to be a countdown on the Geratron 5000, and you'll know the noise. You'll hear it. And the countdown, same sound effect, and then
break the wall
and then
down.
maybe we'll hear Judas. I don't know. But who's to say? He's always reinventing himself, so you never know. The match of life is scheduled for one fall, so make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the bookers. She pinned Charlotte Flair. She did a Samoan drop on Nia Jax.
Yeah.